Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. RHOC's Shannon Beador reacts to Alexis Bellino's manipulative olive branch. I don't like you. Shannon Beador has finally found her voice this season, and she's not letting Alexis Bellino get away with dragging her anymore. The Real Housewives of Orange County star called checkmate on her co-star on the latest episode, as she announced that she was hosting a cast trip to London. Interestingly, after weeks of going after Shannon, the 47-year-old suddenly decided she wanted to call a truce. She made a grand gesture by sending her a bouquet, with a literal olive branch included, as the other women gathered to celebrate Shannon's 60th birthday. However, Shannon recently reacted to the olive branch and reasoned it was a manipulative move on Alexis' part. That's also been the reaction from viewers, as they noted the convenient timing of the gesture. Shannon was about to announce the cast trip, and Alexis was seemingly trying to make peace so she could snag an invitation, but her efforts fell flat. RHOC's Shannon Beador has a message for Alexis Bellino. I don't like you. Shannon had just found out that John Jansen was forging ahead with a lawsuit against her, and she discovered that after the couple gave the information to the press. So Alexis' attempt to make peace could not have come at a worse time. That RHOC star opened up about the moment while chatting with Bravo, and she had some choice words for her co-star, noting, "I'm not interested in an olive branch, I'm not." Once again, it was so much manipulation behind it. "Do you think that I don't have anything going on in here?" said Shannon, pointing at her head. She continued, "You know that a trip's coming up and that I don't like you. So let's send her some flowers with an olive branch and be super cute." Heather Dubrow says the timing of Alexis' olive branch felt suspect. Heather Dubrow, who's close friends with Alexis, also commented on Alexis' gesture to Shannon and reasoned that it was a nice thing to do. However, she also confessed that the timing of the olive branch felt suspect to Shannon because of the lawsuits. Meanwhile, Heather is not taking sides between the two women, admitting that being friends with them has not been easy and that they have both. "I'm not sure either of them are handling it the way they should, but I don't blame them," added the RHOC star. "I don't know, it's a really hard place to be. It's never a dull moment in the world of reality TV, especially when it comes to the women of the Real Housewives of Orange County, RHOC. Over the years, the show has served up more than its fair share of iconic feuds, fiery confrontations, and jaw-dropping moments. Recently, a new chapter in one of the show's long-standing tensions unfolded, as Shannon Beador, never one to hold back, had a strong response to Alexis Bellino's unexpected olive branch. And in true RHOC fashion, it wasn't the peaceful, heartwarming reconciliation one might have expected. The feud that never died, Shannon Beador and Alexis Bellino have a history, one laced with drama, misunderstandings, and an almost visceral dislike for each other. While Alexis left RHOC years ago, her presence on the show left a lasting impression, particularly on Shannon. The two have clashed on multiple occasions, their personalities seemingly at odds from the very start. Alexis, the self-proclaimed Jesus Barbie, often portrayed a persona of faith and kindness, while Shannon, known for her unapologetically candid demeanor, frequently questioned the authenticity behind Alexis' pristine facade. The tension simmered in the background, never fully resolved, even after Alexis' departure. But in the world of the Housewives, unresolved drama has a way of resurfacing, often in the most surprising ways. An olive branch or a Trojan horse? Recently, Alexis Bellino reached out to Shannon in what appeared, on the surface, to be an attempt to make amends. Extending an olive branch, Alexis seemed to suggest that the two women bury the hatchet and move forward. However, Shannon, with her well-honed intuition and razor-sharp instincts for reality TV manipulation, wasn't buying it. Instead of accepting the gesture, Shannon responded with a blunt, unapologetic statement that left no room for misinterpretation. "I don't like you." This response sent shockwaves through the RHOC fanbase, with many applauding Shannon's refusal to be swayed by what she clearly saw as a disingenuous offer. In her typical no-nonsense fashion, Shannon wasn't interested in putting on a show of Fox friendship for the cameras. If she felt that Alexis' olive branch was manipulative, she was going to say it. The history of manipulation, for Shannon, The idea that Alexis might be attempting to manipulate her is far from unfounded. During Alexis' time on RHOC, she frequently found herself at odds with the other cast members, many of whom accused her of being fake or playing a role rather than showing her true self. Shannon, who prides herself on being authentic and unfiltered, often found Alexis' behavior frustrating. The two women never quite saw eye to eye, and despite Alexis' attempts at portraying herself as the peacemaker, Shannon always suspected that there was more going on beneath the surface. So when Alexis came forward with her olive branch, Shannon's reaction was less about the offer itself and more about the long-standing distrust she felt toward Alexis. For Shannon, accepting an apology or making peace with someone she doesn't genuinely like isn't just difficult, it's impossible. Shannon Beador's reluctance to forgive. Shannon's reaction also speaks to a broader theme within RHOC, the idea that not all friendships can or should be salvaged. In the world of the Housewives, where alliances shift and friendships often seem transactional, Shannon has always been someone who values authenticity. She's not one to forgive and forget easily, especially when she feels she's been wronged. Her reluctance to accept Alexis' olive branch can be seen as an extension of that value. For Shannon, making amends with someone she genuinely dislikes would feel dishonest, both to herself and to the viewers. And Shannon Beador has never been one to compromise her integrity for the sake of appearances. This level of blunt honesty is what has endeared Shannon to so many fans over the years. She's never been afraid to say exactly what she's thinking, even when it's uncomfortable. In a world where many of her castmates are constantly navigating the shifting sands of alliances and public opinion, Shannon stands out as someone who remains steadfastly true to herself. A calculated move. Of course, the question remains, was Alexis' olive branch genuine, or was it a calculated move designed to stir up drama? In the world of reality TV, where every action is scrutinized, it's difficult to say for certain. However, Shannon's reaction suggests that she believes the latter. Some fans have speculated that Alexis' attempt to reconcile may have been less about making peace and more about getting back into the spotlight. With Alexis no longer a regular cast member on RHOC, any interaction with the current stars of the show could easily be seen as an attempt to stay relevant. And given the history between the two women, it's not hard to imagine that Alexis might have known her olive branch would provoke a strong reaction from Shannon. Whether or not that was her intention, it certainly succeeded in reigniting the drama. What's next for Shannon and Alexis? As for what comes next, it's hard to say. Shannon has made it clear that she has no interest in rekindling a friendship with Alexis, and given her strong stance, it seems unlikely that the two women will ever be on good terms. However, in the world of RHOC, where drama is the lifeblood of the show, anything is possible. Fans will no doubt be watching closely to see if Alexis makes another attempt to reach out, and whether Shannon's strong reaction will lead to further confrontations down the line. If there's one thing RHOC has taught its viewers, it's that drama has a way of building on itself, and feuds can resurface when least expected. For now though, Shannon Beador has made her position crystal clear. When it comes to Alexis Bellino, she's not interested in fake friendships or forced reconciliations, and in a world where reality TV often blurs the line between real and performative, Shannon's brutal honesty is a breath of fresh air. In true RHOC fashion, the drama is far from over. The olive branch may have been extended, but it's clear that for Shannon Beador, some wounds run too deep to be healed with a simple apology.